Hi everyone, this is JD, your gadget review friend. We're continuing to review and compare devices, and you can check these updates on our Twitter community at Gadget Rev now. Today we're doing a camera comparison video of two of the fanciest mid-range phones today. This is Samsung A72 versus LG Velvet 5G. As we continue to compare old and new, review the latest flagship phones and compare them side by side, we're also reviewing the most interesting and popular mid-range and budget phones, and these phones are the exact definition of it. Samsung A72 or A72 5G is one of the more popular and well sought of Samsung phone, while LG Velvet 5G is LG's last mid-range beauty before they decided to go out of the mobile world. This is one beautiful phone with a curved screen. We will compare both photos and videos to see what the difference are and who's better. Who will win? Hey, don't forget to subscribe, my friend. Let's go! Hi everyone, this is JD, your gadget review friend. This is the audio comparison of Samsung A72 versus LG Velvet 5G. Hi everyone, this is JD, your gadget review friend. This is the audio comparison of Samsung A72 versus LG Velvet 5G. On our first test, the audio, both sounded identical, not much of a difference. I think it's a little louder on LG Velvet, but Samsung A72 is also loud and clear. This is a tie for me. On our first image, I took a photo of our living room, and I noticed three things. Both of them handled the highlights better, as you can see outside the window. LG Velvet is a little saturated than Samsung A72, as you can see on the curtain, but Samsung A72 is a little noisy on the darker area. I think LG Velvet is the overall better photo, so LG Velvet is the winner here. Next is sharpness and text sharpness, so I took a couple of photos. Here you can see it's almost identical on the big text, but if you zoom in, there's a little bit of details on Samsung A72. Let's go to the next photo. Here at 100% the text is sharp, but if you zoom in 200 and 500% respectively, I think Samsung A72 is again sharper than LG Velvet, so Samsung A72 is the winner here. On our next photo, I wanted to check who exposes the shadows better when against the light. And if you zoom in, Samsung A72 managed the noise better, as you can see on the text, so Samsung A72 is the winner here. Next, I took a shot of our indoor lamp to check who manages the highlights better, and if you zoom in, you can see that the top of the lamp on Samsung A72 is a little blown out, so LG Velvet is the winner here. Next, I took a photo of a rusty light bulb to check who manages the shadows better. And if you zoom in, you will notice that the bulb holder on the LG Velvet is a little bit defined compared to Samsung A72, so LG Velvet is the winner here. On our next photo, saturation or color profile, we took three photos. First, you can see that the color in the broken pot on Samsung A72 is punchier. Let's go to the next photo. Here I shot an image of random colorful things, and again, same tendencies. Samsung A72 is punchier. Let's go to the next photo. Here the reds in Samsung A72 is better looking than the pale and pinkish color of LG Velvet, so Samsung A72 is the winner here. On our next test is flaring, so I took a shot directly at the sun. Samsung A72 has a stronger, linear flare, and I like how the LG Velvet exposes the surroundings better, as you can see on the tree and the fence. So LG Velvet is the winner here. Next is megapixel war. Samsung A72 has 64 megapixel, while LG Velvet has 48 megapixel. If you zoom in, just a difference in contrast. I think HDR kicked in on LG Velvet and lightened up the branch. Let's go to the next photo. Yeah, so even though there's a difference in megapixel, both of them retained information cropping in, so it's a tie for me. Next is white balance, and on this image you will see that LG Velvet is warmer than Samsung A72. I think this is a personal preference, so it's a tie for me. Next is green and sky, and on this photo, just a little bit of difference in color. Sky is bluer on Samsung A72, while the greens in LG Velvet looks inviting and lively. Let's go to the next photo. Here there's not much of a difference, both captured the greens and yellows really well, so it's a tie for me. Next is macro capability. Only Samsung A70 has a macro capability or closer focus. There's no macro lens on LG Velvet, so Samsung A72 is the winner here. Next is rear camera portrait shot, and both phones look amazing. This is an instance wherein there's a difference, but you love both. punchier color in LG Velvet, but Samsung A72 is brighter. I will leave this to you. Leave your comment below. Next is selfie camera portrait shot, and again like the rear camera, both looks good. If you zoom in, I think A72 is sharper than LG Velvet, so Samsung A72 is the winner here. Next is low light condition, and both exposes the scenery really well. But if you zoom in, on the parts of the photos, you will notice that Samsung A72 is sharper than LG Velvet, so Samsung A72 is the winner here. Next is extreme dark condition, and this is indoors with no light. If you zoom in, LG Velvet is noisier than Samsung A72, so Samsung A72 is the winner here. And lastly, versatility. Both phones has regular wide and ultra-wide shot, but only Samsung A72 has telephoto and macro lens, so Samsung A72 is the winner here. Hey, just a side note, if you own Samsung A72 or LG Velvet 5G or any phones you see on our channel, we're making more videos of these phones in the future. Please hit the subscribe button to see more videos like this. Samsung A72 versus LG Velvet 5G video test. We're checking the video stabilization and we're walking, and now we're running. Both phones are handheld. We're walking again, and now we're running. We're checking the autofocus. Both are blazing fast. And we're checking the light variation. Samsung A72 versus LG Velvet 5G selfie video recording. What looks good? We're checking it against the light. And this is the harsh light. We're switching to the rear camera video recording. This is the vlogging test because normally the rear camera has the better video recording capability. This is the harsh light and against the light. And look at the saturation. Samsung A72 versus LG Velvet selfie video recording in low light condition. Let me know which is better. This is against the light. Just a small light in the side. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe. Samsung A72 versus LG Velvet low light recording. And extreme dark conditions. So on video test, LG Velvet has a better video stabilization. It's a tie in autofocus and light exposure. I like the brighter selfie video recording of Samsung A72. It also has a faster autofocus on rear camera vlogging. There's a purplish tone on LG Velvet in low light selfie recording, and it's a tie in low light and extreme dark condition. Samsung A72 won slightly on video test. So what is Gadget Rev Now's verdict? Samsung A72 or LG Velvet 5G? Wow, these mid-range phones are so good. I bet you can shoot a good YouTube videos on these devices. I look beautified compared to my proper camera, and the best part, these phones are around $300 to $500 only. Samsung A72 exposes the subject better when against the light, it's more saturated, has macro capability, better selfie camera, better in low light and extreme dark condition, more versatile because of the telephoto and macro lens, and generally better in video recording. While LG Velvet 5G manages the highlights better, it exposes the shadows better in managing flaring, and has a warmer tone. I will be happy owning any of these phones, but sadly we need to have a winner. On this camera comparison test, I think the winner is Samsung A72 for a few reasons. It is sharper in low light condition, it has telephoto and macro lens, and the selfie recording is a little better. While LG Velvet is also a winner if you have a decent performing camera phone with a curved screen. It might not have the best camera, but it looks like a really expensive phone. Still, Samsung A72 is superior. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing. We're posting videos of gadget reviews, comparisons, photography gears, and tips. The goal of this channel is to review and compare devices as simple as possible, concise, and friendly. Don't forget to drop your comment, like, and share. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.